Hi, I'm John Doherty, and today we're going to talk about the backswing, in particular the body, the knees, the hips, the torso, the shoulders. We're going to take out the arms and the club and just focus on the body. And three main things in the backswing we're really going to work on is the torso rotation, the knees and the hips allowing that to happen, staying down, and then working to getting more forward. And I love to use this line on the ground, just on the inside of the left heel as a reference. I usually drop an alignment rod down or golf club down on the ground, and it really helps you see what the body, where the body's at in space as a reference point. All right, so let's get no club. We're just going to fold our arms across our chest and start talking about what the body should be doing. The torso has to turn. We can't make a backswing where my back faces way left of the target. So we got to get the back turning. Then we got another problem. How should the spine tilt when it turns? So just talking about the spine in and of itself, there's several frames of motion it can be in. This is called anterior tilt, where the spine kicks up at the base. Posterior tilt is when it rounds under. Somewhere in between neutral is what we want. So you can go really severe, arch the lower part of the spine, curl the lower of the spine in, and then find neutral. If you do that really quick and you start to shake, you probably need to hit the gym and do some crunches, because that'll show you that your core is weak. And actually, when you get more towards neutral, it's more like doing a crunch or a sit-up. Actually, flexing the lower spine back and up is going to flex your back muscles. That's not what you want to have. You can look at Will Zalatoris's setup and see that his lower spine kicks back and up, and that could be a point why his back is giving him trouble. So find neutral with the spine. We're going to maintain neutral as we turn back. So I've not gone into anterior tilt to where my spine is kicked this way. If you do this in the backswing, it's going to promote the club to get way too high and the arms way too steep, and going to promote a leftward swing direction. So the idea with the backswing is to stay in that neutral position as we turn the torso back. Now, where is the spine and head in reference to my feet? So we don't want to turn the torso back and have my head go over my right hip. This is going to produce a swing direction too far to the right. So we got to find neutral. What's neutral? I love this left heel line again. If you draw a left heel line straight up on me and you turn the back, this is for anything off the deck, off the ground, my back, my left leg, my left knee will all line up with that left heel position. This is ideal. Now that's just one frame of reference. This is the forward element. We also got to stay down. What is stay down? When you do this turn back, don't stand up or lose your posture going back. If you don't turn going back, it can also appear like you're standing up, meaning I'm not turning the torso or using my back muscles to turn my torso. Basically staying in my forward bend and moving my upper body over my hips. This is not truly turning the torso, it's just relocating my forward bend over to the right. I see this a lot. So what happens when you see someone make a backswing where their upper body moves over their hips is you'll see the hips go forward and the head go to the right. This makes it really hard to get any lift with the arms, because the arms can't lift when the spine is in flex forward. So we start flex forward though. So how do we get out of this flex forward? It's a blend, and it happens very smoothly throughout the backswing as you're basically standing up and turning and side bending left all at the same time. If you put your head on a wall, that's not going to do it, because we don't want to do this, because now I got my upper body too far to the right of my left heel. The upper body will actually, I call it like hopping a fence. In the backswing, the upper body is actually going to start moving up over the left heel. Starts centered or starts right, turns and moves forward over the left heel. This sets up the transition, because if my left leg didn't exist right now, I would fall forward. Call it a counter fall, call it a free ride to a great transition, but moving that upper body and turning it to where it's moving forward as it's turning is what we're looking for. Also staying down. So really three key elements. The torso has to turn, it has to stay down, and then we want our back to the target and more over the left heel. Also now with the arms. So putting the arms in the picture for the backswing. It's best to do this without a club for a while, because with a club and arms, the body just gets lazy and doesn't want to move. So we'll get our body in a good position and then reach the arms up, high, and extended. So don't overload the arms, and that's a big mess up for backswings, is people try to turn the torso by pulling the arms back behind them. So they have no turn, their back's facing behind them, and then they try to pull their arms behind them to get their chest to rotate. You got too much work to do in the downswing with what your arms have to do at this point. They're way out of position. So then your body has to stall. You have to do different compensations in the downswing to be consistent. It's a lot more difficult. So the best thing to do is train the body first, then get the arms out and extended in front of the body. The right arm will feel like it's always straightening. What keeps it from being fully straight is the left arm. So the left arm on the club only allows the right arm to straighten so much. So you can try to feel like that right arm feels straight the whole way. I guarantee if you were going to hit something really hard with just the right arm, you'd look like this. You wouldn't look like this. So getting that extension is a source of power, and that stretches the left arm. But the focus first needs to be on the body. So turn the torso, keep it down when you turn, move it forward, watch that left knee. Be careful that the left knee's not coming in too much inside that left heel line, and also make sure that it didn't get stuck over here and didn't move in at all. That means the torso is probably not going to turn, because the hips and knees have to rotate about 45 degrees to allow the torso to get to 90. All right, guys, I hope this helps, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Hey, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if you got any ideas for a future video, got a question, please leave a comment. See you soon.